Well, hey, in today's video, we're going to talk about how to turn social media friends, fans, and followers into clients and money. We're going to talk about how to reconnect and re-engage with people who've been on your list for ages and just aren't responding in any way, no matter what you send them. We're going to talk about what to do, how to know if you've got a hot promotion or just an idea that's doomed to fail, and how to know in advance before you spend a bunch of money or time and effort. We're going to talk about the one time when you shouldn't look for a new client, and we're going to talk about the easy way to create a highly profitable mastermind group where people are paying you between $2,000 and $10,000 to spend a couple of hours with you in a group format every month. Stay tuned, keep it rolling. So welcome to the Coach Marketing Machine. I'm Taki. I just got off a live webinar with my Coach Marketing members. We covered a whole bunch of stuff and I want to share a couple of the highlights with you. I got my iPad here that we were using to record using to kind of draw on and sketch out the strategies, and I want to kind of share a couple of the highlights. So number one, Judith asked me, how do I turn social media friends, fans, and followers into clients and money? A really, really good question. She's got a bunch of followers. I don't know what your social media presence is like. But the trick is this. I would rather have a client than I would have a Facebook friend. Does that make sense? So how do you do it? Well, number one, you want to be consistently adding value through social media. So you can either find other people's content and comment on it and share and kind of add your yes and, as my friend Matt Church would talk about, or you can create your own social media content plan. The easiest way to do that is to create a piece of paper or an Excel spreadsheet called Content Twister. Really simple. Along the top, on the headers, you're going to have the hot buttons that your prospects, hot buttons of your prospects. So you might have kind of low sales or low team morale or want to improve my profits, just kind of the hot topics. And down the side here, you're going to have your writing styles. So maybe how to or Q&A, or it's a rant, or it's a quote, or even just a direct offer related to that. And then you just fill in the blank. So you might go sales, rant, and you talk about a sales problem that needs to get fixed. You just pick one from the top, one from the side, and that's your content for the week. So you never have to worry about what am I going to say ever again. That's the first tip. Secondly, once somebody's commenting or liking, you've got an obvious in for a conversation, and all conversions happen through conversations. So start the conversation, get talking to people on those media, and move them onto either a consultation or a phone call with you or a product purchase. First question of the day was, how do I know if I've got a hot promotion or whether it's going to fall flat on its face? And the big problem that the person faced was this. He'd identified a hole in the market. And I don't know if you've come up with the big new idea, but if you identify a hole in the market, that's part one. The second question you've got to ask, and you've got to ask it, is, now that I know there's a hole in the market, is there a market in the hole? Too many people try to promote something that nobody needs or nobody wants. Look for a hole in the market first. It started to rain. We're going to roll anyway because that's how we do things here at the Coach Marketing Machine. Question number 3. This was asked, I think, by Franco inside Coach Marketing members, and he wanted to know about how to reconnect and re-engage with people who were on his list and hadn't taken any action yet. They weren't responding to any of his offers or any of his emails. So here's the thing. The people on your list, if they're not responding right now, they're what I call a zombie. If you imagine a staircase with kind of 5 steps, level 0 is a zombie. They're non-responsive. Our first job is to get a response. So we're going to send them an email, a short personal email, which just asks them a specific question and gets them to reply to you. We've got a response. Now we're in a conversation. We've wakened the dead. So we've got somebody talking. Step 2, we've got to get their problem. So when they reply, we send them another email finding out about the biggest problem. Just because they've got a problem doesn't mean they're qualified. So the next step 1, 2, 3, is now we've got to find out the impact of that problem. How bad is it? How long has it been going for? How much of a priority is it for them to do something about it right now? Our goal this whole time is just to work out if there's a fit or not. And if there is, we can go to the step 4, which is get a booking. Invite them to a 10-minute consult with you where you can talk about how to fix that. And from 10 minutes, feel safe for them. It's easy for you to qualify. You can move them to a proper sales appointment if you need to. With me so far? Awesome. Franco, awesome question. Totally love that. Rich over in the US asked me about what I want to run a paid mastermind group and charge kind of between 5 and 10K for the year. I want to run a 2-hour monthly, 2-hour thing in a room once a month. How do I lay it out? So really simple, there's 3 things you should do. You start every session with 20 minutes of content. You teaching something, set the context for the day. Then you get everybody to come prepared with the answers to 2 questions. You want them to bring one thing that's working really well in their business, one thing to share, almost like show and tell when you're a kid. That gives them a chance to be in the spotlight and feel great and also add value to the group. Secondly, they're going to say, and here's where I need your help. And then you facilitate the group giving answers to that person, and then you at the end as the guru can step in and add your, the wise words of the master. So content, show and tell, help me, and then you move on to the next person. They can do their show and tell and their help me. With me? The one time when you shouldn't look for a new client or when you shouldn't look to market to the clients. Talking with an executive coach from France today. Her name's Johanna, and she's got this situation where she coaches individuals in the organization, but it's actually somebody higher up the chain who pays the bills, who says yes or no, and who chooses the provider. In her case, we were talking about lead generation and what kind of offer to make. Her lead generation piece wasn't working because she was targeting the person who's going to use the coaching, but not the economic buyer. Always, always, always look for economic buyers. Don't deal with the lower down. Let's say you coach this person, and to get approval, they've got to talk to their manager, who's then got to go to the economic buyer. Skip level 1, skip level 2, go straight to level 3, talk to the person who can write the checks, and you'll do really, really well. So there's some of the goings on inside coachmarketingmembers.com and the live coaching call this week. Check it out, coachmarketingmembers.com, and I might see you inside soon. Take care. Have a great week. Talk to you later. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to turn